Hello, and welcome to the finale of Big Finish Fridays Series 4. Today we'll be looking at the final story in the cyber reality anthology, Master of Worlds. So let's begin. The story starts where the last left off, with a TARDIS dematerializing and a man walking out. He disarms the bomb Kate planted and takes some components from it. Then Kate finally realizes who it is. The Master has returned. She points a gun at him and he simply laughs it off, saying since her father could never do it, she won't either. He reveals that he's not helping the Cybermen, only using them as a method of travel. Speaking of the Cybermen, they enter the laboratory, and Osgood points a gun at him, claiming it's targeted at Time Lord biology, which piques the controller's interest. Now cornered, the Master accepts Kate's offer, one she'll inevitably make, the position of scientific advisor, as they get ready to save the world. After the unit theme plays, we return to find the Cybermen are mind-controlling people, forcing them to build their own conversion chambers. We return to the lab as Osgood shoots the War Master, ordering Kate to be converted. Suddenly, the spider malfunctions, as the controller and a few drones are shut down because Josh Carter is inside. Josh carries the Master away as they run through the corridors, arriving at a helicopter which they leave in. Osgood and the controller regain consciousness and repair the portal, moving the Master's TARDIS out of the way. Osgood wishes to study it, but the controller refuses, instead ordering that Shindy and Sam be sent to hunt Kate and Josh, as priority level 1 targets. The Master wakes up and quickly gets out of his handcuffs. She states that he's actually wrong, and she would shoot him, to which the Master responds with an attempt at hypnosis. They make it over Battersea and find that it's covered in conversion centres, all built by the people who'll be put in them. The Master quickly figures out how it was done, using an app on a global scale. He knows this because it's what he'd do, and compliments Osgood on her intelligence. Suddenly the helicopter shakes, and Josh loses control. They come in softly, and their attacker reveals themselves. The Auctioneers. Their leader, more specifically, Julia Price. They argue over the situation, and Kate realizes that their base is right across from Unit HQ. It's no wonder that they knew everything that they were planning, or doing, or when they were moving out. The Master starts getting bored and shuts off their signal emitter, causing all of the Auctioneer staff to be fully converted, giving them an opportunity to test the weapon that the Master recharged. For that's not the only weapon that he has, as he pulls out his laser screwdriver and shoots Julia, quickly shutting her up out of boredom. He hands over his weapons to Kate, who chastises him for killing her, but he simply laughs, absolutely loving it. Kate remembers that since they're in the Auctioneer's base, they should have the methylating virus, giving her an idea. We go to Osgood, who's trying to convince the controller that they need the Master, claiming that with him they could convert the entire Earth in less than a week. Shindy reports in, saying that they're at Unit HQ, ready to take supplies. But they've also tracked where Kate and Josh are, and since they're right across the river, it won't be long till they arrive. We go back to Kate and the Master, who steals a Fabergé egg. Apparently, he only needs one more to complete his collection. He hacks into their database and quickly finds everything they need, including the location of the virus. Shindy and Sam burst through the door, and the Master calls them over, stunning the drones and shooting the 2 officers. Kate is, of course, shocked, but actually, he's helped, reversing their conversion by using the virus. Osgood tells the controller that, sadly, the plan has failed, and they've lost Shindy and Sam. The controller questions why she just doesn't want full conversion, implying that maybe she's scared, or has some free thought. She says that converting her would lose her intellect and individuality. Converting her would lose her genius, going against the cyber ideal. But the controller still isn't convinced, so she modifies the mobile conversion unit, fitting it for Time Lord biology, meaning Kate might not only have to deal with the converted Osgood, but the Master too. So that's the first half of the story. In this one, the stakes are the highest. Not only do Unit have to deal with a cyber invasion, but they also have to control the Master, making sure that he won't double-cross them or just simply leave. Overall, I'd say that this is the best in the series. Ingrid Oliver and Gemma Redgrave are as good as ever, and Derek Jacobi is marvellous. It's an absolute joy to hear him return as the War Master, and even though this is an unusual story for him to appear in, he slots in perfectly. But anyway guys, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. I'll probably be taking a break with Big Finish Fridays, as it is quite overwhelming and there's quite a lot to go on, but it will be back eventually, so don't worry. But anyway, thanks for watching.